What's up, powerful people? My name is Eli, aka Super Kid, aka Clint Swift, and I am here to welcome you to episode 7 of West of Loathing here on Snake Feathers. Powerful people, if you're excited for today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and as always, leave any comments you have for me in the comments section. Powerful people, in the previous episode, we almost got our might up high enough to get a ticket. Let's take another look. Howdy there, fella. You look like you've got a good arm on you. Here's a game that's right up your alley. What's the game? Simple as can be. Just take this big mallet here and hit the lever under that bell. Ring the bell and you win. Okay, I'll give it a shot. We need 30 muscle. Okay, we gotta hit it quite hard. You pick up the mallet, take a deep breath, and smash that lever with a mighty swing. The little bell striker makes it nearly, but not quite, to the top, or to the bell, sorry. Well now, that was very close. Not a grand prize winner, but it's the best I've seen today, and it's gotta be worth something. Limit 1 per customer on the teddy bears, though. Okay. Real quick, let's check our stats. What's our muscle at? It's at 23 with our gear. We can upgrade our muscle to 11. That's one thing we've done. And we have 86 XP left. Let's see. I think that's good for now. We can't get into the main attraction here at the circus. So, for now, we're gonna have to continue looking around and build up our strength a bit more. Let's go back to the town. Dirtwater. We'll do whatever comes up. Alright, your keen eyes detect a secluded cave in the near distance. Exploring it would definitely be a good use of your time. Shaggy Dog Cave, let's go. Go there now. Oh, and we haven't been to Snake Pit Mine either. That sounds inviting. What do we have here? There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Let's read it. A record of the events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887, as recorded by Jim Cartwright. That's pretty funny. Anything to be got in these piles of stuff? Oh, we're still mad. That's right. That's why I wanted to go home. Or to the hotel, rather. The saloon. There's a plaque bolted to the cave wall here. Let's read it. Having acquired through various and sundry means a story which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time, a map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Coal Jr. in the years before the cows came home. I, Jim Cartwright, along with 3 compatriots, these being Nathaniel Wyman, Cyrus Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. That sounds like quite a journey, quite a quest. There's a plaque here too. Our equipment and provisions consisted of 1 cart and a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick, a large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware, my own collection of blank plaques and engraving tools, 1 large and shaggy dog, and a butt for. Oh, what's a butt for? After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town named Dirtwater, the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses, the 4 of us entered the local saloon and each ordered a beer, except Cy, who was satisfied with water. Okay, that's a good detail. The barman provided our drinks as requested and then withdrew a small wooden box from underneath the bar, asking us if we'd care to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked if he knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions which correlated nicely with the notes on our map. This is quite a tale. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the but-for, and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered that the dog had absconded with one of our horses, forcing Nate and Cy, after drawing lots, to share. Okay. The dog stole one of your horses? It's pretty interesting. After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement but-for, we headed out into the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us, though we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more intolerable had we made this expedition during the summer months rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat and susceptible to desert mirages, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not be retelling here for reasons of length. Yeah, good consideration there. However, I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that happened to us during our trek through the desert. The first was 2 or 3 hours out of dirt water when Nate noticed a glint of sunlight upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design. Ooh, that music. That was sick. Foreign design and manufacture, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon with our other tools. It was nice of him to put these plaques up with the story on them. Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman who we discovered spoke excellent English. It inquired as to our destination, and we replied that we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave, though we did not disclose the reason for our journey. The goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course, and mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed, and continued on our way. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut, occupied by 2 identical-seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as peculiar, given that there were 2 of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them on that point. Because a hermit is supposed to be solitary, is that why? One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was true. They also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed. The hermits refreshed our water supply in exchange for our but-for, and we continued on our way, excited to finally be nearing our goal. I'm feeling the same way, dude. After 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave. Carefully keeping our excitement in check, lest we become incautious, we unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the cool shade of the cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed and shared the egg he had saved from our basket that had been stolen in dirt water. Once we were rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered that antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. I'm glad to know that too. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse, and there were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave and engraved them with the tale of our journey, such that others who discovered the cave cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Well, I have been so far. Who can say about the ending, though? Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, Cy, and Doug took turns with the excavation, I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before Si's shovel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled a traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. I can imagine the excitement. The chest was locked with an ancient and rusting iron padlock, which broke easily with a single swing of our pickaxe. We opened the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil lamp shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legends of Black Colt Jr. Joyous at our triumph, we loaded the chest into our wagon and began the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. Signed, Jim Plackwright. Well, thanks, Jim. Yeah. It's a hole. A completely empty one. Really? That's it? We didn't get nothing for all of that? Well, okay. That's kind of a bummer, huh? But that was fun. That was quite a story. That was a cool story. I liked that. Even though it didn't benefit me in any way, and now I have to walk all the way back out of here. Although that's not true, is it? I think I can just do this, yeah. Let's go to Snake Pit Mine, y'all. Your heart skips a beat as you spy a floating cow skull in the middle distance. It doesn't seem to have noticed you yet. Let's fight it. You got 19 HP, dude. You're done in one hit. You're toast, bro. See you later. Got cow fangs and an infernal soul fragment. And Susie carved another notch on the stock of her rifle. Ooh. It's an exposed meat vein. You look at the mining equipment, you have no idea what any of it does. Ask Susie to explain it to you. I'll explain it to Susie, since I don't know what it is. Hey, Susie, what? I just wanted to tell you about this mining stuff. Okay. So this first machine here, this is an automatic gold separator. Susie stares at you blankly. Let's move along. And this thing over here, this thing is used to extract magnetic meat and then grind it. Susie sighs. And this third machine, this is an unrefined slag liquefier. It converts deposit into asymmetric pyrite. We got the perk Minesplainer. That is brilliant. Susie rolls her eyes. Are you finished? Yes, I am. With that, what do we get? Let's check. Minesplainer. You're a real expert. You'll gain XP when you interact with mining stuff. Cool. Ow. I like that I didn't know what any of it did. And yet I still got the perk. Ooh. Pile of loose boards. You can see a snake coiled up in the little hole. Pull it out and punch it. It's got 19 HP as well. Dude, you're toast. I'll spread some butter on you, dog. Got 11 XP, 29 meat, and a coal snake skin. Not quite enough yet. We need 42 more. Not about. I got 10 experience from that. Nice. Very nice. There's a smoking snake in this smoking hole. Pull it out. He has 22 HP. Fire-breathing coal snake. I'm gonna hit you with a huge bone. Whack, you're dead. It's like The Simpsons. You really smoked that snake. I mean, you didn't smoke it like you'd smoke a cheroot. You just smoked it figuratively. What is a cheroot? Is that a cigar or something? We got 11 XP and 34 meat. Nice. Where are we at now? Pretty close. Pretty darn close. A cache of mining supplies. We got sulfur match, smelling salts, and a can of kerosene. That's great. This den is full of snake eggs. Pull them out. Alright, let's see. Can I hurt everyone? Isn't there a move I have? No, I didn't get that one yet. Dang. Well. I guess we'll just start smacking them. You're dead. You're dead. These guys have hatched. That's fine. I will do the menacing moo and shoot one of them. Nothing. Poison? Nope. No poison from that one. Nice. That's that moo, y'all. That menacing moo. Sweet, sweet victory. Nice work dispatching those snakes. We got 33 XP. I think that's enough to level up my muscle again. I think. Yes. Now we have 25. Do we have anything... Whoops. That might help us get that up. Let's see. Any food or anything? Increase spell damage. Increase your muscle and mysticality and moxie. That's only by 1. Make it difficult to damage... Makes you difficult to damage for the rest of the day by turning you into a spooky ghost. That's kind of cool. Increase your muscle by 3 for the rest of the day. That's good. Increase your muscle by 6. I think that's good. That's all we need to do. So... I'm gonna keep looking through here. Let's pick that out. That pick. Nice. Very nice. Good to have the pickaxe. Now we can get experience from all of those exposed meat veins, which is cool. I think there was one over here, actually. So we're gonna go back to dirt water and sleep, and then we're going to eat that. Let's pick the lock. You find a wrecked bank stagecoach with a strong box in the back. It's too heavy to carry, but too locked to open. Pick the lock. 206 meat. You pop the lock open and find a ton of meat inside, and since the serial numbers aren't sequential, the bank probably won't be able to trace it if you keep it for yourself. Awesome. That's hilarious. Let's quickly rest up at the Jewel Saloon, which I love how similar it is to the Gem. Yes. You go to sleep. You dream that you're having lunch with a chattering skeleton on a circus carousel. After that, all your teeth fall out. You wake up screaming. Well, okay then. You wake up refreshed and restored, and hungry, and sober. And it is day 4, y'all. What do you think of that? Now, to the circus with us. Your El Vibrato beeps, and you follow the signal because of course you do. Why wouldn't you? One reason why you might not is that it led you into a hulking robot that could easily pound you into scrap. Let's approach it. Oh, this guy's like nothing. Come on. Come on, yo. Let's go ahead and get beefy. Yeah. Smack this guy with our bone. And then shoot him. There we go. Look at that. Congratulations, you successfully destroyed a priceless ancient relic of a bygone and forgotten age. Oh, hooray. How much do we have for the Professor? Oh, 15. Okay. Foods. Where are my foods at? There we go. Increase your muscle by 6 for the rest of the day. This meat is from a cow that is literally a demon. Are you sure you want to eat this? Yes. You eat the steak. It is extremely spicy in the way that Riot Spray is extremely spicy, but for some reason you don't mind so much and chow down regardless. You gain in effect raised steaks, and you feel a spike of pain in your stomach. Oof. What does raised steaks mean? What does that mean for me? You've taken a risk and eaten an infernally tainted beef steak. We're at 28. Let's go ahead and... Oops. I think I have more to raise my muscle with. Increase by 3. That's good. You eat the grits. It reminds you of breakfast back home, and yes, it gives you a real hominy feeling. Okay. And you gain an effect instant grit. Does that just mean... Dang it, I keep doing that. Whoops. That just means +3. Okay. So we're at 31. Enter the circus. Alright. We about to win this, dog. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Hit it extremely hard. Sounds like we got it. You pick up the mallet, toss it end over end, and catch it a couple of times to test its weight and casually slam it onto the lever. Ding! Well, I'll be. There's some genuine muscle you've got on you, fella. Looks like you're a winner. You've got an item, circus show ticket. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah, that kid's still there. Whatever, kid. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor. Okay. Where is the big show? Main stage. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. Stage show ain't till later. When? Later. But when exactly? Later. Okay, geez. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets. Mysteries. Things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks, not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat, and for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I'm in. You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. He takes your meat and stamps your hand. There you go. Enjoy. Thanks, man. How come I can't go into the other one yet? The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Come on in. Take your time, have a look around. Just remember, no touching. Okay. This guy is a startling sight even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Bjorn. Nothing. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. Let's take a closer look at him. Move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance, a guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice two things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull if he had one, a sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it looks almost like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, this circus gig. His hands slowly curl into fists, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see, understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? I guess not. Okay, well, see you around. That's pretty interesting. What's up with this clown? This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there, welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Bjorn. Delighted to meet you. So, well... Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Bjorn. I am in a sideshow, after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as he'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah. How is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head, so the other face can take a puff. Are you... what's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It is difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in one body with 2 faces? It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind. With, as you say, 2 faces. Okay, you're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles and Douglas holds his magazine behind his head. Or behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. No apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? I have a contract. No, wait. With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Well, plus, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later, Douglas. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello. Hello there. Enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Janet, and you? I'm Bjorn. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Bjorn. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? Sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? Some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something. No trick? The clown chuckles and walks around to the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but indeed educational. You got a perk, anatomical learning. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Well, it was nice to meet you. Janet, so long. Good luck, Bjorn. That's awesome. What's this stuff? These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A 3-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of snake without a head or tail, weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an appropriate parody of clown makeup. Yuck. Let's take a closer look. Oh, and I'm going to stop the timer. We got about 30 seconds left, power people. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spinning to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Gah! I got you pretty good there, buddy. Well, what is that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. Ugh. Should we check out the last shelf real quick, powerful people, and then wrap things up? Yeah. These shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs, which each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. A small placard pinned to one of the shelves says clown eggs. In the circus community, it's traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It is considered extremely taboo to wear another clown's face. That makes sense, kinda. These must be the eggs for the clowns that work in the circus. You'll recognize a few of them, like the clowns here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Say, wait a minute, here's the egg for that balloon selling clown. Didn't he tell you there's another guy wearing the same makeup? According to this sign, that seems unlikely. Hey, please step back, no touching. Sorry, leave the shelf. All right, powerful people. In the next episode, we will explore this sideshow a bit further, talk to this clown over here, look at the funhouse mirrors and all that stuff. And maybe we'll be able to get into the big show. I don't know. But until such time as that, powerful people, you made it all the way to the end of this episode, which means you must have liked it because you watched the whole thing. Why else would you watch the whole thing if you didn't like it? So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and leave any comments you have for me in the comment section, powerful people. I'd love to hear from you. Real quick before I get going, I just want to give everybody a very friendly reminder that we are powerful people. We have the ability to change the lives of the people around us, and we can do it in a positive way by being generous and patient and kind with those people. So I really hope everybody watching will do their best to do that. That's what I'm going to do, and hopefully we can make the world a little bit better place. On behalf of everybody here at Snake Feathers, my name is Eli, aka Super Kid, aka Clint Swift, and I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, peace, and love.